Hello, friends. Uh, Welcome back. Welcome to this Sunday live show. I'm really sorry there was some issue with the Wi-Fi connectivity earlier. I'm so sorry about that. Sorry for wasting all your time. Welcome, Gurjeet. Good to see you again. And if there is anybody else, please introduce yourself once again so that I know who all are there. Uh, so guys, we'll wait for. I'm not sure till when you heard me saying about the qualification. Although I covered the qualification part of getting into medical devices, but now I think some of you are there. So I will again talk about the qualification which are required to get into medical devices. Obviously, the basic qualification is to enter into medical devices having a graduation bachelor's degree with you, maybe in science, biomedical engineering, or a pharmacy graduate. So these are the usual degrees which are required to get into medical devices. And apart from this, people who have done their MBAs, maybe in normal sales and marketing MBA or MBA in pharmaceutical management or healthcare management, they also are able to get in medical devices. Okay, so that is the primary route. These are the basic qualification which one need to have to get into medical devices. But other than that, these qualification, most of the people who get into medical devices are with experience. With only with the graduation, people who are biomedical engineer or electronics engineer, they are able to get in medical devices directly without prior experience. Or people who are having a MBA degrees, they are able to get into medical devices directly after their graduation. So these are the entry routes for fresher in most of the medical devices company, and some of the medical devices companies can take people from science graduate or a pharmacy graduate as well. But for most of the people who are working, who get into medical devices, they come through a prior experience of few years in pharmaceutical or biotechnology sales, or some of the lower end of the spectrum, like people who have worked with distributors or third party payroll. Then they get onto the company payrolls as well. So these are the primary mode of qualification. And then let's talk about experience. So average number of years of experience when people come from pharma to medical device industry is about 5 to 6 years. Okay, so usually people spend 5 or 6 years in pharmaceutical sales or biotechnology sales, and then they get into medical device sales when they want to get into this industry. Okay, so this is the average number of years experience which people when they join in medical devices, they have this kind of experience of 5 6 years. But yes, there is no specific rule that you need to spend 5 6 years. If you know about your sales in pharmaceuticals in 1 year or 2 year also, then also you can get in. Okay, so minimum 1 or 2 years of experience, maybe up to 20 years of experience, also people get into medical devices. Okay, it depends on the company also. It depends on your learning curve as well, what you have learned so far in your career. Then you can make your career in medical devices as well. But yes, having a few years of experience is always beneficial, and it will add on to your profile for you to get into medical devices. And relevant experience, maybe in pharmaceutical sales, biotechnology sales, or any other medical device, different kind of sales. If you have some relevant experience, or if you have worked in different functions as well, then also you can get into medical device sales. So that is about the qualification and experience. Yes, there is no general rule, but usually people spend 5 or 6 years in pharma sales, then they get into medical device if they are coming from pharma route. Okay, and I believe most of the people who follow this channel are from pharma background. So if you're from pharma, maybe you can have few years of experience in pharmaceutical sales, and then you can think of getting into medical devices. Minimum 1 or 2 years, and there is no limit to maximum. People who are having 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of experience as well, uh, they get into medical devices. But yes, earlier you get into medical devices, the better it is for you. Okay, then you will not have to spend much time doing something else if you ultimately want to get into medical device. So the right time is now. If you're serious about medical devices, I would say try preparing yourself and get inside the medical device sales right now. Don't wait but there is no criteria as such that you need to have 10 years of experience, 8 years of experience, 5 years of experience. There is no fixed criteria. Okay, it is up to you, it is up to the company and what value you are adding to the organization. Okay, and how you are able to share that value proposition of you as a candidate to the prospective employer. Then it makes perfect sense for you to get into medical devices. Okay, so this is the basic about qualification and experience. If you have any question, you can type in the chat box. I'll be happy to answer with regards to your candidature in medical devices. But I'm once again so sorry for keeping you waited. I can see there are not many people now. Probably people have left. But yes, whosoever is there watching this live, you can ask me any question with regards to qualification, experience, or anything with regards to medical devices. Okay. Yeah, Gurjeet is asking, experience in some specific segment can also be a limitation for entering in medical devices. Gurjeet, I'm not sure what are you talking about. Can you uh, share something more in detail? What kind of segment you are talking about, which can be a limitation for entering in medical devices? But primarily, medical device sales is like involving selling to the doctors and other healthcare professionals. So if you have related experience of healthcare sales or pharmaceutical sales or biotechnology sales or any other product which you have sold where your customers are same, or you have some knowledge of these healthcare sales, then I think it is a pretty relevant experience which you will be having to get into medical devices. And if you're talking about any specific segment like vaccine or something like that, so I would not say that it is a specific segment which can be limitation. But yes, if for example, if you're working in cardiology, then your preference will be there in the cardiology medical devices company. Okay, if you are from orthopedics background, you are meeting orthopedicians, then your preference will be in the companies where orthopedicians are the primary customers. Okay, so yes, with regards, if you are talking about these kind of segments like these respiratory or gastroenterology, then yes, you will have that kind of preference. It will be easier for you to get into the same segment if you have worked in pharma in the one segment, and if you are coming in that segment only in medical devices, then it makes it easier for you. But it's not that 100% you have to be with the same background. Yes, you can have different background if you have the right skills, if you know uh, what are those skill set which are required, and if you possess those skills to get into medical devices, there is no limitation with regards to experience. But yes, if you are coming from a different background, like if you're coming from banking, insurance, finance, then it will be a little difficult for you to get into medical devices. Then you need to have certain other, maybe some technical skills. But yes, if you're coming from pharma, there is no such limitation. But yes, some segments can be easier for you, some segments can be difficult for you to break in. That's all. But yes, there is no such limitation, I would say. You have to find the right organization, find the right division, and where your skill set are matching to the company's requirement for that particular position, then you will be able to get in medical devices, and there is no such limitation. Yeah, Mithilesh is saying great opportunity in medical devices. Absolutely. Gurjit is saying like experience in cardiac product, then we should focus on cardiology medical devices only. Yes, Gurjit, that's what I said. That if you have experience of selling cardiology products, then it will be easier for you to get into medical devices company. Okay, but it's not that you cannot get into neuro or you cannot get into gastro. Okay, it's not that. Yes, it will be easier for you to get into cardiac medical devices company, but yes, you can get into other segments as well. But there is no limitation that you need to have this kind of experience. But yes, preference will be there for people who are working in the same segments. That is the case for every. Even if you have to move from one pharmaceutical company to another, if you are from a diabetes background, yes, then it is easier for you to move into different diabetes pharma company, right? So the same is case here as well in medical devices. It will become little easier for you for your entry into medical devices if you have the same experience. But yes, if you don't have same experience, you don't have to hold back yourself. You can try in different segments as well. provided you have the right skills and you know how to sell products to the healthcare professionals, then and you understand this business of healthcare sales, pharmaceutical sales, or medical device sales, then you're good to enter into medical devices. Okay. Yeah, Mithilesh is saying he is in diagnostic industry instrument selling, but I want to come in medical devices. Yes, so you can come into, if you have diagnostic industry instrument selling experience, then you can get into medical devices as well and medical equipment industry as well. So you need to find out some of the companies which are there who are working in this segment, and then try to match your profile with the requirements in these organizations, and then you can get into, if you have this experience, that's wonderful, you can get into this industry, maybe medical devices, surgical devices, or medical equipment. But for you, if you're already selling instruments or equipments, then it will be easier for you to get into medical equipments and you will be preferred there. And second preference could be medical devices, and third could be surgical devices. So that could be the right approach for you if you are having the diagnostic instrument experience. Yes, you can get into medical equipment or medical devices. Okay. Gurjeet is asking, only graduation is also sufficient to get into medical devices. Yes, Gurjeet, if you are like a biomedical engineer or if coming from an engineering background, then it is easier for you. Even if you are a simple graduate, then you can get into medical devices or equipment industry. But if you are coming from pharma or some other like BSc or other stream, only graduation, then it is little difficult for you to get into multinational medical devices company. You may get into Indian devices company, but better route is that you take few years of experience, understand the pharmaceutical sales or relevant sales, and then you can get into medical devices. Or you can choose a different route, which is like a getting on a distributor or a third party payroll, and then spend some years there, maybe 1 or 2 years work there, and then you can get into the company payroll in medical devices. Okay, so these are the two routes. If you are only a graduate in pharmacy or science, try to have some prior experience, maybe in pharmaceutical sales, or if you are directly want to get into medical device sales, probably you have to get your entry through the distributor channel or a third party payroll channel, and then spend some years here and prove yourself, prove your worth, understand this industry, and then you are good to enter into medical devices directly on a company payroll. Gurjeet is saying already in pharma with 6 years of experience. That's wonderful, Gurjeet. I would say you have the right number of years of experience. Then it is up to you how you understand the language of medical devices. Okay, and then you need to kind of work on developing your skills and projecting your skills. And you need to work on building your skills with regards to medical devices, and you need to know how do you have this structured targeted approach for you to get into medical devices. In the previous sessions I have shared the top 3 secrets. You can watch those videos on my YouTube channel, previous streams, and I shared the top 3 secrets for you to get into medical devices. Yeah, Gurjeet is saying he's only a graduate with 5, 6 years of work experience is good. Then the qualification will not matter. Okay, the qualification matters for people who are freshers. Okay, for them it is important for them to get into medical devices. Like for pharma sales, it is easier for pharmacy graduates to get into pharma sales than normal graduates. Okay, to get into medical devices. The only thing is that you need to know the targeted approach of getting into medical devices. Okay, so if you know the targeted approach, if your profile is there, you have identified your target companies, your resume, your LinkedIn profile, your profile on the Naukri.com, all these are well in alignment with the requirement of a medical device sales position, and then you are doing your networking, you are getting tapping into this hidden job market, which is like 75% of jobs which are not getting posted anywhere. If you're tapping into this hidden job market, then and you do well in your interviews, then you have good chances of getting into medical devices as well. All right. Yeah, Alok is asking, is there any impact of career gap in getting selected for medical device industry? It is same for every industry. Okay. Yeah, it is up to you. How do you put across your career gap? Okay, if there is any career gap you have, so you need to probably give the reasons why you have this career gap. Okay, and if you have valid reasons in place, and there are some genuine reasons for your career gap, or I'm sure the hiring managers would understand your situation. If you're genuine, yes, people are there to understand. And now in COVID situation, a lot of people have lost their jobs. So yes, there are a lot of people in the market who are currently looking out for opportunities, are not having the jobs right now. But it is up to you. How do you put across, and what are those reasons for the career gap, and what did you do in your career gap, and if you utilize your time well during that career gap, and I'm sure you will be able to explain it, and people will be able to will be able to take you. It's not that, but provided you need to be you are a good candidate. Okay, if you are ready to work, if you have demonstrated the good performance in the past in your past organization, and if you are adding value to the prospective employer, if you are able to share that value proposition and people are understanding that, then yes, it should not be a big challenge for you. But yes, again, it should be a genuine reason for you to have a career gap. Okay, and what you do with this career gap, that is also up to you. How do you make the best out of this time that you need to see? Okay, hi Abhishek, good evening, welcome to this Sunday live show. So guys, if you have any more questions, you can type in the chat box. Yeah, welcome Alok. Meanwhile, if you're new here, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Bright Orbit. Here I come live every Sunday, and I'll be posting new videos as well. And you can get connected to me maybe on LinkedIn, Facebook as well. Okay. So if you want to know more about the medical devices, keep coming here on this channel, and you can also get in touch with me on LinkedIn as well. LinkedIn, Facebook, I'm available everywhere. So I'm here. I'm happy to help you with the medical device industry, how you can get in, how you can break into medical device industry, and that is my passion of for helping you guys with regards to getting into medical device industry. So if you have any more questions, you can type in the chat box. I'm so sorry for the technical glitch today. I think I had to start a new stream. So thank you so much once again for you being there, and despite the gap of 15-20 minutes. Thank you so much for having patience and being there. I'm really honored to have you guys here back again on this channel, on this live show. So if you have any more questions with regards to, or if you have any other question as well, not only related to qualification or experience, if you have any other questions in your mind, you can ask me here, and I'll be happy to answer. If you guys don't have any questions, so then we will close this live session here only, uh, and we'll see you next week with an exciting topic one more time. All right. So with that, I thank you all for joining in, and sorry for all the trouble which you guys had today. I'll try to rectify it next time onwards. I could not do anything about the Wi-Fi connection today. There was some problem, but thank you so much for being patient and being here once again. And I will see you next week. And take care. Bye bye. Have a good Sunday evening. Bye bye. See you.